Good morning, everyone. It is March the 16th, 2026. The next video I'm going to put up is it was announced over the weekend that the last of the consumption sites, or the safe sites, the province is closing down in 90 days. They've got 90 days to do it. And of course, they've always been a lot of controversy, definitely, over the different sites, and for various reasons. And it's costing the province and the taxpayers, as the Premier said, a lot of money to keep these consumption sites open, and they don't feel now that it's worth it. But then again, I remember when they were first set up, the big debate over that they were probably not going to work, because you were just enabling the the addicts to excuse me, I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat today. It's just enabling the people who are addicted to keep being addicted, and giving them a safe place, yes, to go, and they just feel, well, if they can get saved, they get saved. If they don't, they don't. But it's been very controversial, and you'll hear from one of the businesses, and I understand where the business is coming from, definitely, on the video, all the destruction of the property and that, because this is what we've seen here in our own buildings down here in Lower Town, with the consumption sites down here, as well as all the services located in one area for the addicts, and them getting into our apartment buildings. And as I mentioned a little while ago, not too long ago, someone was in trauma and was finally ended up getting evicted out of our apartment building. And it was bad. He was definitely a hoarder. Yeah, there was a lot of things that went wrong with him. Going into the garbage and collecting cans, and we had problems with that sort of thing. And then we had cockroaches going through the building, because of course the cans, they build up all the sticky stuff, and they're attracted. So they're causing so much problems in the building. And then being not able to hang on to his keys, and stuffing things in the doors to keep our doors open so people could just walk in off the street. They were no longer locked. So it was one thing after another. And it wasn't that social housing is not that bad in a way, but we look like these people, when they come in who are addicts, we start looking like the slum landlord, is what we're often referred to, being in social housing. And the only reason we have that problem is because all these people who are traumatized, that are not getting the help that they need, come in, and then they disrupt everything else, everyone else's lives at the same time. And that's not right. So I see where the mayor is coming from the small town as well. And she is correct. We have to build more places where we can put these people in their own stage of life, where they need to get the help that's necessary. So that's forcing it right now. The province is actually forcing it. And I can see, again, as I've been putting up in videos, on the mandatory situation, where they're going to force these people into getting treatment. And if they're not getting treatment, then they're going to find a facility, I'm sure, somewhere else, where they're just going to gather them up and put them in that facility. As they go through, the people that really want the help first are going to get the help. So it's a long-term solution to a very bad situation. But I think people have to understand that when people are traumatized to that point, I mean, yes, I went through 40 years of domestic abuse, as I've often said, and I've been traumatized too. And hoarding is another interesting problem, because when you lose everything, you have a tendency to hoard as well. And so I have to go through my stuff every so often and get rid of my stuff too, and realize, wow, where did that come from? I collected that, and I'm realizing, well, I've been here for a number of years, and now I'm starting to go through stuff too. But I've always kept it organized, at least with the stuff that I do have, and then go through it after. But I've learned different things to deal with my trauma, and people are not learning to deal with their trauma. So it's a very hard situation to do for people, and I understand where everyone's coming from. But I just feel that we've got to do better as a society, and start realizing that we have to help these people in a totally different way, not enabling them. And I can understand where the province is coming from. I can understand where the guy with the dealership in this particular situation as then the damage to property, because that's all they did. They come in and they damage property. They get in here, they do the drugs up, and they cause a lot of trouble. There's needles all over the stairwells, and then of course they've got those things that they, those bands that they put around their arm there so they can inject themselves in that. And again, we've had some of the false alarms that we've had here have not only do they come in and they pull alarms deliberately, in some cases they're just because we have all the smoke detectors and everything in the building. When they get into the stairwells, they've been setting off the smoke detectors because they have those little tin things and they have to light them up. Well, sooner or later, it sets the alarms off again. So there's so many different things that we have to learn to live with each other, yes, but we have to learn to have compassion and make sure that people that need that kind of trauma expertise to help them come out of it, help them learn the basic skills of life and in life. And the other problem is a lot of these people don't even have the social skills on top of it. So there's a lot to be done, and we're going to have to get buildings where we can house them separately away from the normal population till they're ready to actually come in to the normal population. It's not a matter of wanting to shove them away. It's a matter of helping them so they can return to our normal society. That's the way it should be. And that's what I advocate for, and that's what I believe in, the support of housing so much. So I'm going to leave it there today, everyone. And take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon. And bye-bye.